YouTube, is KB with Just Do Boxing, back with another video. So, we got some big news in the 140-pound division, junior welterweight. We got a potential fight rumored to take place late spring, early summer between Teofimo Lopez and Jose Zepeda. As we know, Teofimo Lopez, 5'8", 68.5-inch reach, 24 years old, 16-1, 12 KOs. He coming off his first loss as a professional, which was a split decision loss to George Kambosos Jr. Like I said, first loss of his career. Fight took place November 27th after the fight being postponed multiple times. When the fight did finally take place, Tio didn't look good. He looked bad. He had no game plan. He looked overly aggressive. He looked like his only game plan was to try to knock Kambosos out in the first round, in which we know that backfired big time. He was knocked down by Kambosos in the first round. He was cut. He was outboxed for the majority of the fight. He was very competitive. He won some rounds as well. And he even tried to mount a comeback when he dropped Kambosos in the 10th round. But credit to Kambosos, he got up off his feet, got up off the canvas, back to his feet, and he finished the fight strong. And I believe he won the 12th round, and ended up giving Teofimo his first loss on his professional career. And, he became the new unified lightweight champion. The reason I ain't saying undisputed, because we all know Devin the Dream Haney holds the WBC lightweight belt, regardless of what the politics is saying. We know what time it is. So, that was a fight where Tio just didn't look good. Did no game plan. He got bad advice from his corner. His father was all over the place. It was essentially 2 against 1. When you have no trainer in your corner giving you the right advice, you pretty much in there by yourself. So Teofimo, had to find out the hard way what it's like when you overlook an opponent, when you come into a fight with a mediocre game plan. So now it's being rumored that he's going to face Jose Zepeda at 140 late spring, early summer. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to this fight. I can't wait. This is going to be another dangerous fight for Teofimo Lopez. Jose Zepeda, southpaw, 5'8", 35-2, 27 KOs, seasoned vet, 70.5-inch arm reach, 32 years old. We all know he's coming off a knockout victory over overconfident Jose Vargas in the first round, and a shocker to retain his title. Jose was coming into that fight very confident, in my opinion. I think he was a little overconfident and a little too cocky, maybe, and he didn't mentally prepare fully for the moment. And like I said, in the first round, he was caught early with a shot he didn't see, and those are the ones that hurt you the most. And big salute, big credit to him. He got up, he tried, he beat the count, he tried to stay on his feet, but Zepeda, like a vet, he swarmed him and stopped him, got him out of there, and it's a big shocker to a lot of people. Maybe to some, maybe some had Zepeda winning, but me myself, I thought the younger, hungry line would have been able to pull it off. But I always say, man, your approach and your game plan, your mentality during the actual fight is very important. And I think Jose found out the hard way. It wasn't like he took a whole lot of punishment. Like I said, the fight was over in the first round early. So it's definitely a loss he could come back from. He didn't, ain't like he took a beating for 12 rounds. I think, in hindsight, it's better to get caught early with one punch than to get beat down over, a 12-round period and sustain a bunch of damage that could potentially take fights off of your career. So good thing for Jose that didn't happen. Credit, big salute to Zepeda for knocking his kid out. He showed he was overconfident, he was touching his belts, things like that. Zepeda kept a cool, calm head. And it's always, I feel like those fighters are the most dangerous. I feel like if you go into a fight too emotional, I think you lose. if you see the press conference and everything leading up to the fight, Zepeda was very calm, cool, collected, all the way until he got in that ring. And it's like he just let his hands do the talking. Whereas Jose, the younger, brash, cocky kid, a little arrogant, rightfully so, the kid is skilled, but I think he'll learn from this and he'll come back better. But a fight between Teofimo Lopez and Jose Zepeda should be fireworks, and it should deliver as promised at 140 pounds. I said the fight between Jose Zepeda and Teofimo Lopez is rumored to take place late spring, early summer. So that's a good sign, man. We see this fight in the early part of the year. I think it's a good matchup. Like I said, it's definitely a dangerous fight for Teofimo coming back off his first loss to George Kambosos Jr. As Jose Zepeda is no walk in the park. There's no cakewalk at all. Jose Vargas found that out the hard way. With a stunning knockout. I expect this fight to be very competitive. Now, I'm not picking a winner right now because, you don't know how Teofimo's going to look after that loss. And, it was reported that he had injuries. He had air in his chest cavity in places where he wasn't supposed to have it, saying he could have died if he'd have got hit the wrong way and things like that. So we just don't know what version of Teofimo is going to show up, rightfully so, because the last time out, see him in the ring, he just didn't look good, and he was beat. His ego took a blow, him and his father. You know what I'm saying? And, they're gonna have to prove a lot of people wrong, especially if they take this fight this summer or early spring. If they take this fight, it's a dangerous fight for Teo. Dangerous fight for both, Teo is definitely skilled, don't get it wrong. I just think he had the wrong game plan and he wasn't mentally where he needed to be on fight night against Kambosos Jr. I don't expect that to be the case against Zepeda. If so, maybe he's going to find himself losing for the second time in a row and his career is going to take a big hit. Here come the dollars and the naysayers calling him a hype job, which I don't think that's the case. I think Teofimo is a skilled young fighter. I just think he needs to refocus and stop doing so many interviews, speaking and talking, and just focus on the training and the mental aspect of the game and getting better, So hope to see this fight come late spring, early summer. That's my thoughts on the matter. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Who y'all think will win between Teofimo and Jose Zepeda. As always, get in the comment section. Let me know if I gave Teofimo Lopez and Jose Zepeda their just due. That's what I do over here, Just Do Boxing. To the next one. Out. Peace.